Hey guys, welcome back to the Guitar Max channel. Oh, the sweet sounds of an acoustic guitar.
Nothing beats a good old acoustic.
Sometimes you gotta play a song for the ladies or something.
Also for the man, don't exclude the man.
Okay, sure. But to do it right, you really need that acoustic tone, right? Well, we've got an incredible guitar today because it's not really an acoustic guitar, but it kind of is. Would you believe, Ofer, that this is a guitar?
Looks like a saxophone?
It kind of does look like a saxophone.
A tennis racket, maybe?
Yeah, maybe. Well, this is the new silent guitar from our friends at Sonicake. So I've checked out a bunch of Sonicake stuff in the past, mostly effects, right? They make some really good multi-effects and everything. And they've just come out with this, and it looks really, really cool. So, you do some acoustic playing. You're mostly the 80s shred guy, right?
Right, but as you said, sometimes you gotta serve it for the ladies and bring out the acoustics.
Yeah, okay, so let's check this out. And while I'm opening this, I suppose I should introduce you, right? So, Ofer Holan.
Nice to meet you, Guitar Max.
How you doing? So,
Good.
thanks for being on the channel.
Thanks for including me, appreciate it.
And you, of course, make really cool videos, and you've got some new videos that you've been doing lately and everything, so tell us a little bit about your channel, right?
Well, I've been following the guitar YouTube course you've been providing.
That's right,
yeah.
Link in the video description.
And you gave me all the right advice, and I just kicked off my channel recently, revamped it, I should say. And I'm all about the old guitars, Charvels, Jacksons of the day, you know, the heyday of the glam days, the hair days, we should say. And yeah, trying to do, all kinds of new exciting videos.
Awesome. And you do a lot of like Floyd Rose stuff, right?
Right.
Technique videos, all kinds of things.
Trying to tap the strings.
Excellent. I do that a lot. Maybe too much. But guys, I'll put a link for Ofer's channel down in the video description below. But guys, real quick, if you enjoy videos like this, checking out cool, new, affordable guitars, and staying up on all the latest news in the guitar universe, and you have not already subscribed,
please consider subscribing right now.
Excellent. So I'm going to give you some parts to hold.
Oh, wow.
Okay.
Feels like an IKEA crash course.
Okay, yeah, I mean, and we'll get rid of this case. It's a very nice case, I should say. It's got a backpack strap, and it's thick. It's gonna actually protect this, and there's some assembly required, although you can play the guitar just like this, but I think people want to have a guitar experience.
That's the bottom part, right?
That must be, yeah. So
I love the wood. Very nice and slick.
yeah, this is rosewood.
Right.
And with a mahogany center block. Okay, and then the top piece. These kind of slide into here.
This one goes under, this one over, and a screw.
So this connects the two halves, and it serves as your strap button right there. And then we'll show you guys some close-ups of this, but this is where the real magic happens. Because if we're just sitting here strumming it, it sounds like an electric guitar, not plugged in. But this guitar has amazing acoustic sounds, but they are all generated by this piece of technology right here. And you've got the preamp, and it's a preamp that Sonicake designed, I believe. And you've got typical, volume and an EQ setting, but then you've got these two knobs over here which give you effects, so we can do reverb and chorus, which, acoustics, especially for the 80s stuff, right? Having a chorus on there. And we've got these different guitar body types that we can scroll through. There's even a little button right here, which is a resonance enhancement button. Don't ask me about the science behind that, but it makes a difference.
We all want to enhance.
Yeah, we always want enhancements, yeah. The other thing is there are two inputs over here. One input, one output. So you can plug a phone in here if you want to run like backing tracks through this. And the way that would work is you go an input here, you can play a backing track, and then you can hear it through the headphones, which is the other jack right here. But of course the cool thing, right, is you can play just through the headphones, just yourself practicing or just serenading yourself, right? Through the headphones, and all the person sitting next to you would hear that, but you'll get the full effects and the reverb and all that stuff through your headphones. And it's battery powered. You charge it with a USB plug, which they include. I think the battery is supposed to last for 8 to 10 hours.
8 to 10 hours.
Somewhere in there.
After doing some math.
And I gotta say, it's a beautiful.
Definitely beautiful.
Yeah, it's a beautiful instrument.
Great finish job on
satin, kind of a satin
Sonicake
finish.
part, yeah.
Yeah.
Nice neck.
Yeah.
The neck is very comfortable, lightweight.
Yeah, check it out there. Tell me what you think.
Yeah, it got a great weight to it. It's not too heavy.
Right.
And definitely not too light, too, which
Yes.
could be alarming.
Sure. If it's too light, then it's not going to balance
Right,
properly.
right.
It'll feel unnatural, I think.
I tuned the guitar and prior to making the video, and the tuning heads are great. The tuners, you can grab it just like from the wing like
Yeah,
that and
that's
pass
cool.
it on to your
That's
girlfriend.
cool, yeah, yeah.
And we can hold hands together. Check out the cutaway.
Yeah,
That's
nice.
We need to do some close-ups, but that's a really nice feature. It's almost like a neck-through guitar,
Yeah,
right?
and you wouldn't get that on a real acoustic guitar
Right,
because the body would be too deep.
It also got the strap holders already in place, which you don't get on every acoustic.
Yeah, which
is a
always
nice touch.
frustrates me.
Always
Yeah,
frustrates.
it's like, come on, what? You're always going to sit down? I mean,
Right, right.
yeah.
And the best part is you plug it on the back case. Sorry, no pun intended. Yeah, and the last touch is, I think, the nice black satin finish front over there, which kind of outlines the front, right?
Yeah.
It's nice. I liked it.
Yeah, very, kind of a dark, kind of a coffee color.
Right.
It's a cool guitar and you can do cool things with it, but of course, it's $300.
Crazy.
Yeah.
I can't believe it.
Yeah, and it plays great. We'll get into the demo and then we'll talk a little bit more about how it plays and sounds and that kind of stuff. But yeah, $300, like usual. I'll have links down in the video description below where you can get it and all that stuff. But it's not, it might look like kind of a gimmick or like a toy kind of thing.
No, it's
But
definitely
having it here in person.
it's a professional instrument for
Yeah.
sure. And it's amazing how much you can get for such a little amount of money.
Yeah.
It feels like a quality instrument.
Yeah. I've said so many times, we're living in the golden age of affordable guitars.
Love it.
And the cool electric guitars that are available now are just, blows my mind every day. But this is something totally different. Okay, so let's go ahead and plug it in and we'll give you some more samples of how the guitar sounds.
And the chorus. It's all about the chorus. Let's go from the top, from the first body type. I have the body enhancement button pushed in because we do want to enhance the sound. We're on reverb number 2, right after 12 o'clock. Let's do it.
Okay.
And body number 2. Oh. Beautiful.
Yeah.
Number 3. It's amazing how much it actually affects the sound. Nice. Oh. It's pretty inspiring,
Yeah.
Getting a different guitar. It's like a different guitar, essentially.
Yeah. You've got 8 different acoustic
Right.
guitars.
I wish we had that feature in electric guitars.
Yeah, that's true.
Get another guitar.
Yeah.
I think that was my favorite one. But But I gotta check one thing, Max.
Okay.
Can it stairway?
Hey,
Ah,
no.
I'm sorry.
Okay, well, I was really impressed by it. But I mean, you honestly do more acoustic playing than I do.
Yeah.
What do you think of it?
First of all, I gotta say the nut height is perfect. It's dead on. The strings are super close to the first fret, which is a big factor to playability. And I don't know, everything just feels great. It doesn't feel like a cheap instrument to me.
Right.
Which it is a cheap instrument, $300. Like
Sure.
back in the day,
Of course.
you know.
Especially for what it does.
Right.
The other thing that we should mention here is I brought the box over, we took it out of the box, and this is it. We just tuned it. That was the only thing we
Nothing.
did.
Didn't touch the truss rod. Even the tuning, it was pretty much tuned. It was like
It's close, yeah.
minor increments, but yeah, it feels great. It looks great. It definitely sounds great, right?
Yeah.
I think the effect, the preamp, whatever they did on the preamp side of things, it's definitely hi-fi. You know, doesn't fall short than great guitar pedals, in my opinion.
The thing I think about with the sound is acoustic simulation, right?
Right.
I think it has come a long way because I remember 10, 15 years ago, like acoustic simulators, like,
The zoom.
it wasn't quite there. It was like, well, it doesn't sound like an electric, but it doesn't really sound like an acoustic either. But to me, this sounds like a mic'd up acoustic with some like a little bit of processing, like some compression or something like
Exactly.
that. Yeah, it's like a usable acoustic sound. So you guys saw the gig bag earlier, and the guitar comes with, of course, the guitar, the gig bag, it comes with a few things like a polishing cloth and some basic, pick.
Tuner.
And it comes with a tuner. And to be honest, I think that's maybe my one complaint with this guitar.
Oh, that doesn't have a built-in tuner?
It would be cool if it had a built-in tuner. And it's like, okay, they gave you a tuner, so you have a tuner.
Right.
But you can always lose that. There's you got to put a battery in the tuner, that kind of stuff.
True.
And a lot of acoustic electric guitars do have tuners.
Right.
So that would be, maybe if they do a second generation of the guitar or something, if they could include the tuner in the guitar, that would be pretty cool.
And also, the guitar didn't go out of tune through the whole video.
Right.
It's
while
pretty
we were
stable.
playing it. Yeah. Yeah. I bet there's some argument you could make. I mean, we would have to really like A/B and test this or something, but this is probably more stable in terms of tuning.
Then acoustic.
Yeah, because of it
The
doesn't have a regular
construction,
body.
right.
Yeah. You just have this huge chunk of mahogany, and there's no other wood structure or something that's like flexing or anything like that on it.
For sure. And I gotta add, I love the headstock shape. To me,
Oh,
a
yeah?
headstock is a big part of the guitar's personality, per se, right? And this is a very cute headstock. Kind of remind me of a Music Man in
Okay,
a
yeah.
cool way.
Yeah.
You know? I'm not a Music Man fan, but anyway. But it is kind of cool and small, and
Yeah.
I like it.
Yeah, it's a 3 on a side. Kind of traditional, but simplified maybe. It's
Yeah.
nice. And looks like a rosewood, I guess that's a cap on there.
Right. It kind of matches the body.
Okay, so now I think the big question is, you play acoustic sometimes like on stage at a show.
Right.
Would you use this live?
Absolutely.
Yeah, okay.
First of all, it's durable. It wouldn't break up on you. I feel like I could throw it right now
Yeah.
pretty violently on the floor
Right.
and would be just fine, right? It feels like it. I know that's the case. With acoustic guitars, especially because of the construction and everything, they're pretty delicate.
Yeah.
And they have a big, bulky case that you don't really want to carry around to a gig, right? You
Right.
just want to have your guitar on your back. And this could probably fit pretty easily in like a double guitar case,
Yeah.
if you don't want to carry an extra case with you.
Yeah.
So the long answer is definitely, I'll take it on a gig.
Okay. Well, that's kind of a question that people always ask, especially with the less expensive guitars. Like, well, would you really use this live? And yeah, I think the answer is yes. I mean, I would prefer to use this over an acoustic guitar.
Right.
Yeah.
And on top of everything, I think it would raise some eyebrows. People will come after the show, dude, what were you playing? I never saw anything like that, you know? It's unique.
Yeah, and that's always good.
And again, I gotta praise Sonicake for the design because they really nailed it. I've seen some other travel guitars in kind of the same vein, but this one is exceptional.
Yeah, and I almost don't like the fact that they call it a travel guitar. Because
yeah,
it's
it kind
like,
of downgrades
it. Yeah, there's a stigma, I think, around travel guitars, and so not all the time, but a lot of the time, a travel guitar is just a guitar that is easy to travel with, but it makes a lot of other compromises.
Right. And it's gimmicky.
And it's gimmicky. This though is just a extra portable,
love it,
like electric guitar that creates acoustic sounds. But that's takes too long to say. So
it's pretty long.
Okay, guys. So look, as always, let us know what you think of this guitar down in the comments section below. And this is a pretty new model, but if there's anybody out there who already has this, what has your experience been like? We want to hear that as well. So I'm going to put links for everything we were talking about in this video in the video description below. I'll have a link for your channel.
Appreciate it.
And of course, the guitar itself, and all of my social media, and the online YouTube course if you want to learn how to do YouTube videos of your own.
I highly recommend it, guys. And I just want to add, I'm totally unbiased. This guitar really blew my mind. I have no interest in trying to push it on you. It's just the truth. It's a great guitar, great bang for your buck, and go ahead and check them out.
Cool. Excellent. Okay, guys, if you enjoyed the video, thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't already, and we'll see you soon.
Thank you, Max.
No problem.